for the kill room. Everyone's got a little secret. You must be one big little secret.
You may have seen a lot of post-apocalyptic landscapes in your time, but you haven't seen anything quite like Rage. From your first glimpse of the weather-beaten rock walls crouched beneath the brilliant blue sky, you realize you're in for a technical and artistic treat. As you drive along dirt roads through narrow canyons among the hard-scrabble outposts of civilization, every environmental element pops with an amazing level of detail. As you converse with the people you meet, their expressive faces and authentic dialogue will have you eager to hear what they'll say next. And as you blast your way through your snarling enemies, their battlefield behavior and gory deaths make you feel like a powerful fighter. This is a gorgeous world that makes you excited to go exploring, but there's disappointingly little that is off the beaten path. The richness of Rage makes you wish it was even richer, and you may also find yourself wishing for a better story, a more accommodating save system, and more robust ways to enjoy this world with friends. But your lengthy adventure is exciting and rewarding all the same, and the stunning landscape alone is practically worth the price of admission.
So here's what I need you to do. Head to where those bandits live, and wipe them out, plain and simple. No one walks out alive, except you.
Shortly after you first step into this world, you find yourself indebted to a local man. When he needs a favor in return, you begin your journey of helping out the friendly folks of the wasteland with your natural affinity for driving, collecting, and killing. Meeting each new person is a delight thanks to the stylish character design, expressive animation, and great voice acting. With a lively cast and enthralling environments, Rage does a great job of making this world feel alive, and your mercenary role helps you feel like a part of it. Unfortunately, the overarching mission that you eventually get roped into doesn't feel very different from your other jobs, so the supposedly desperate struggle for the future never really hits home. But that doesn't mean you won't have a great time annihilating your foes. Though most of your weapons are conventional, each one has a few alternate ammunition types that are well suited for certain enemies or situations. These ammo types aren't just good gory fun, they're key to taking down your tough and numerous foes. Whether they're mindlessly sprinting towards you or moving between cover positions, your enemies move in some surprising ways and put up a decent challenge. You also have a variety of items at your disposal, many of which you can craft using schematics and supplies that you pick up in your travels. Making timely use of a robotic ally or a bladed boomerang produces a satisfyingly squishy result, but it can also make the difference between life and death. Despite the health boosts and defibrillation power at your disposal, you can succumb to your wounds if you aren't careful. When you do meet with death, pray that you have saved recently, because Rage rarely autosaves, and you may lose significant progress if you aren't diligent about saving manually. In addition to combat and chit-chat, you spend a lot of time behind the wheel. Whipping around the wasteland is a thrill thanks to the spectacular sights and enjoyable car combat. Shooting up or running down bandits is a satisfying way to assert your vehicular dominance, and a variety of expendable items help you deal more damage and stay alive longer. You can upgrade your ride or earn a new set of keys by racing on the wasteland circuit, but your opponents rarely put up enough of a fight to force a photo finish. The car improvements are worth your time, but if you want a tough race, the competitive online multiplayer is the place to go. Up to 4 racers can compete in a few different modes that reward good driving and skilled shooting. It's a fairly shallow experience, despite the variety of cars and weapons, but it's a worthwhile diversion if you crave competition. You can also team up online in 2-player cooperative missions that are very similar to some of the solo missions you embark on in the campaign. These so-called Legends of the Wasteland are nicely bookended by voiceovers that make you feel like your exploits will be talked about for years to come. In these standalone sorties, you must make do with the weapons they give you and whatever you can find in the environment, killing enemies while trying to avoid damage in order to preserve your score multiplier. These are solid challenges to overcome, but with only 9 missions, it's more of a nice bonus than a compelling reason to play. That honor belongs to the lengthy campaign, which can last upwards of 20 hours for avid racers and diligent questers. Though the story gets a bit too cliched, there is a robust amount of adventuring to be done in a world that begs to be explored. Rage is a beautiful game that looks equally stunning with or without the hefty installation. It's optional on the Xbox 360, but required on the PlayStation 3, and it reduces the load times so that you can spend less time waiting and more time enjoying this engrossing world. Regardless of which console you play on, Rage offers a rich and rewarding adventure that sets a new visual standard for the post-apocalyptic wasteland.
Oh no, I've been around long before the Authority, and I'll be around long after they're gone. Probably outlast you too. Now, get out of here. I got things to get done. I got nothing more to say to you. Now you get going.